We've all wanted to be a rapper at one point in our life, or we at least spit a cringy freestyle when we were alone.
Yo, you're gay. You suck. Fakes. Oh, all night.
Well, the millennials or the new age rappers is taking over. What if I told you I got the blueprint to become a new age rapper? I got the who, what, when, where, why. There's no doubt in these informative provided facts. This is the blueprint.
On to the new, on to the new shit. Jigga wouldn't even take my CD when he see me 2 years later. Bitch, we made it on to the blueprint.
Blueprint fact 1. Hairstyles. You want this rapper clout? You gotta look the part. This mostly consists of weird hairstyles, most likely dreads or some tangled shit. These hairstyles are usually colorful as hell with some type of weird ass accessories. Accessories like, you know, Lil Yachty beads or some shit. This wave is even convincing us old heads, they would call us, because we're over fucking 25.
Can I get some extra salt?
Fuck y'all, I'm young. Like I was saying, it's even causing us older dudes to switch up our hairstyles a bit and stray away from the normal low cut, temp, fades. I mean, if you don't believe me, check out J. Cole and Kendrick. Well, J. Cole, we not gonna even guess what your shit's supposed to be. But clearly the wave though, right? Kendrick grew braids, Tyga as well. Dave East growing his hair. You know that stage where you rock a hat all the time because your shit looking trash, whether it's freshly done or undone. You know, you've been thugging for like 3 weeks with it undone. Bagging anything, any baddies is a cutoff for about 4 months until your shit start to show some type of improvement.
Pina colada head ass.
Also, I can't forget about hair dye, which is almost a must in this generation. Hair dye, which didn't start with this new age of hip-hop, but is most prominent today because it adds character to the new rappers. You almost look like a weirdo with your naturally hair color now because so many people are coloring their shit. Some rappers stay a consistent color, while others are switching up their shit every time you see them on Instagram, Twitter, or some type of social media platform. Somebody gonna love it and somebody gonna hate it, like Kodak Black Bantu knots and Bantu tail. It was a love or hate thing for me, but it didn't stray away from gaining popularity.
Hey yo, I love oodles and noodles so much. I got motherfucking dreads like oodles and noodles. And y'all think this is what they keep saying, some lace front shit? My nigga, it's fucking mine now, buddy.
Rappers are even adding extensions now, like Fetty Wap did in 2015 when he went into the barbershop with a haircut and came out with dreads like Franklin on GTA 5. You want to get on? You better get to growing them dreads and don some shit. Blueprint fact 2. Drugs. First things first, hip-hop has always glorified and made it seem cool to be a drug dealer. I know that sounds like shit coming out my mouth, right? But past drug dealing was a statement. It meant something when you came from selling drugs to all of a sudden selling out shows and making millions. But in this age, it seems like you must be a consumer of drugs. Yeah, now it's kinda cool to look high. Not high off the traditional marijuana, but high off the hard drugs, mostly the ones that are used for medicinal uses. The higher you are, the more clout you gain, and it's seen as a dope ass rapper. Now, I'm not saying there aren't older rappers that didn't promote hard drug usage, but in this age, if you're not rapping about popping pills, drinking lean,
Listen up, y'all. We playing lean pong 2018. Poured up a whole 4 in a jar.
or snorting some foreign shit up your nose, you basically a walking L out here. Even influencing the fans to want to partake in these activities. It's crazy, because if you speak out about this as rapper Russ did, these fans are going to shit on you and call you lame and corny. I mean Taco Tuesday night shit on you. Some things are even ridiculous, like Young Thug receiving an IV filled with lean. Surprisingly, this shit was not championed. I mean, like, how could you take him serious anyway? This nigga does anything for clicks, like recently wanting to change his name to Sex. It seems like these guys have death wishes, especially after looking around and realizing that peers dying from drug overdoses. This is in reference to recently losing Lil Peep to a pill overdose and Fredo Santana, who died of a lean overdose. Everybody's having fun until somebody dies. I say we are some of the blame, because we rock with that music that is filled with content about drug users like Future's Mask Off. He blatantly promotes drug users in his song, but the beat bang and it's a catchy song, so we give it a pass. We make the shit go to #1 in a whole bunch of other depressing shit. But you know what? Fuck it. All new and inspired rappers, get your double cups and take grandma's arthritis pills. That's just simply what you gotta do to get this clout.
Sir Winston.
Yes, sir.
Sir Winston, how's your tea, mate?
You know, it's a beautiful cup of tea.
BluPrint Fact 3. Lyrics. If you're trying to get your music popping in today's climate of hip-hop, one minor unwritten rule is don't say too much. You don't have to be coherent and speak clearly at all. Do not switch flows too often, and you really don't have to make any sense at all. You can even repeat the same word 100 times and have a hit.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang.
And of course, I'm not saying there isn't fans out there that don't support actual lyrics, wordplay, and the message in a song, but the vast majority of the music today doesn't consist of this. We just want to be lit. We don't want to hear about how the government is controlling us and the daily police shootings when we bump music. That's what the news is for. We would like to think that people that want to hear music like that look like this.
Fuck that nigga's trash.
Do you know why most people say J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Lupe, and a bunch of other rappers are boring as fuck to listen to? It's because they are cramming as many words as they can into one verse, and they are actually spreading a message. We don't want to hear that anymore. We want to hear, you know, something to dance to, something to turn up to. It's mostly carried by the beats and ad-libs.
What? Yeah.
It's a fact that in this day and age, if you are trying to rap, you need a personal ad-lib for yourself, because 90% of the time, the fans don't know what the hell was just said in a rapper's verse or chorus. We just remember you saying 1,000 times. And if we do happen to make out what they're saying, it usually don't even make sense at all. Or you just wind up talking about the same topic over and over and over again. These topics are either taking or smashing a nigga girl, how much drugs you consumed in a 24-hour period, your clothing selection and collection, and physical altercations. Use this subject matter, a shit ton of ad-libs, copy a poppin' flow, and get noticed in no time. BluPrint Fact 4. Relevancy. It's time to pull some shit out of the bag. The rappers of the day can't just display rapping abilities. That's not enough no more. You have all these new ways in social media to show us your crime for attention. Whether it's good publicity or bad publicity, it's publicity. A good way rappers garner relevancy is by doing something completely outrageous, like stealing from people in stores. Or some dumb shit like stealing somebody's name and changing it slightly.
This ain't 21, this 22. This ain't 21, this 22.
Once you got their attention, go ahead finesse that track on them real smooth. Beefing yourself into relevancy doesn't always work. Like Rollo when he was beefing with Black Youngster for no apparent reason. I mean, not one valid reason.
I let the fly found go and tell this bitch ass nigga, Black Youngster, that he's a bitch.
The bad thing about this is, sometimes you just wind up talking to yourself because the bigger artists never respond, or us fans just get tired of you wasting energy on drama, especially when you have no music out or your shit ain't even popping. But be careful, you could easily be labeled the clout chaser, which I personally think the term is being overused and overcooked. But according to UrbanDictionary.com, it is allegedly when a person of irrelevancy tries to ride the wave of a person of relevancy by hanging with that person or expressing extreme dislike for the person to gain popularity, especially if the person is extremely popular at the moment. Definition was too much for you? Well, here's a better example. Perfect example of this, bruh, was like recently when King Yella came out of nowhere saying that Cardi B let him and his homies kill before she obtained her newfound clout. It was just totally random, and he was labeled a clout chaser and a cornball due to her popularity at the moment. Gaining relevancy comes in the form of you showing the world you can be unique in your own way, and if you have fans or a cult following that ride with anything you do, they'll protect or justify your actions. Like XXX Tentacion shaving his damn eyebrows, but his fans just chalked it up as him being free-spirited and depressed. But he got us all talking.
Got him!
A popular way I think to gain relevancy is going to jail, because the whole time you're in jail, you have fans and even people that don't know you checking out your music because your mugshot is plastered all on the Shade Room, Baller Alert, and being reported by a YouTube hip-hop press. And if your music is on some street shit, you'll have people believing you're a real one, and they'll rock with your music even if it's trash off the strength of that. A real one, that's becoming popular is acting feminine. Times have changed in hip-hop. More and more we are seeing artists engaging in female fashion or indulging in female activities, like wearing dresses, having a feminine posture, or wearing purses. It makes us all wonder, but we don't stop bumping the artist's music. It brings attention to the artist. For example, I myself looked at Young Thug's album cover with him wearing a dress in a weird way, but it made me wonder how fire his music was. The publicity surrounding him wearing a dress baited me to listen to the album. So here's the scenario. I laced up my Timbs, put on a baggy 20XT, and I fitted in my New York hip-hop purse old head nigga hater mode, purely doubting it would be a great album because it's album cover. Then my bitterness turned to head nodding. Next thing I know, I was online shopping for a dress and doing a quan. Real shit, no cat. So more to the story. Copy your dress and purse from Fashion Nova, steal something, shave your eyebrows, start some beef, and shoulder dance your way to the top of the discussion and relevancy. BluPrint Fact 5. Appearance. You really don't see too many artists that dress or are styled like shit super relevant. We as fans want to see artists wearing expensive shit or just rocking something period that's dripping, because mainly we look up to the artists to show us what's cool and what's popping. This is with the exception of artists like Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, because they are this generation's GOATs, and we let them get away with looking homeless because they display pure talent, so we tend to look for them to drop bangers and nothing more. Drake doesn't look homeless per se, but he can't dress for shit. But I guess him rocking his own clothes get him a pass. Every rapper basically has or should have their very own unique style, whether it's wearing a purse, Forever 21 dress shopping, or coloring their hair multiple colors. It makes them. We'll even bypass the fact that their music is complete trash just because their style and charisma is something new, or something like a breath of fresh air. We high-key idolize the money they spend on what they wear and will save up 4 paychecks from our McDonald's jobs, skip the rent and light bill to cop the expensive shit they're wearing. The smart route, in my opinion, is just to create your own clothing, basically costing you nothing out of pocket, saving your money because I'm pretty sure you get your merch free and also selling the clothes for your own financial gain. And if you're popular enough and your clothes are dope, the fans will cop. This also opens up doors for your own clothing brand to do collabs with some of the big name clothing brands like Supreme and Jordan. Believe me, it's lucrative. Have you seen some of these lines to grab this shit out the stores the day it drops? And of course, designer belts and bags, whether it's a purse or a book bag, whatever floats your boat, fits underneath this category also. Because what is a dope outfit without the accessories to top it off?
Bitch, you know that, yeah.
Speaking of accessories, jewelry also is an important part of your rapper image. Whether it's teeth, bracelets, rings, or chains, make sure it's flooded with ice and filled with character. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine's colorful grill he uses that matches his hair. I think his hair versus his grill setup schemes are dope. Rule number 1 to having jewelry in the rap game: make sure it's real.
I'm getting on the stone, bro. I'm getting on the stone, bro.
Nah, man, come on.
Where'd you get your jewelry from, dog?
I know Tekashi was trolling, but it's symbolic to what I was talking about, so fuck it. You gotta follow the waves though. Make sure these chains are chokers so you can fit like 97 around your neck at one time. Gigantic pieces and links used to be the wave, but we off that. Left that in 2014. We are not trying to see no dumbass chains of cereal boxes or your face rocking a chain of your face. Yup, all small chains and links from here on out. A couple of crosses, one Jesus piece, your name and label. Don't go any further. Okay, you're all dressed up, got the jewelry, clothes, teeth flooded with diamonds, and shoes is new. What are you missing? Tattoos, of course. Nothing new about tattoos, right? But lately I've been seeing a lot of these under the eye face tats and word tattoos popping up on younger rappers' faces. Words that describe the rapper like misunderstood, named of jailed or dead friends, and shit in the middle of their foreheads. Rappers used to tat parts of their faces so we could still recognize them, but now faces are completely covered whereas though you can only locate a nigga's lips and noses. I know you fiending for an example, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't got no more room for no face tats. Fuck.
Rapper fake Instagram comedian Boom completely tatted his face with meaningless tats, sliding to the fact that he thought he was the Joker. In conclusion, new rappers and upcoming rappers, make sure you tat it, get you a stylist if you dress like Cole and Kendrick. Them chokers better be real Wakandan gold, and grab your purse from Supreme to top it off. Subscribe and hit that like button for more vids like this. And if you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments.